Hi guys, and welcome back to Bloomshire. If you're at your house today and you look out on your yard and it looks anything like mine, you might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be thinking, this is beautiful. Do I even have to do anything with these leaves? Well, now that I've got a sunny day to go outside and talk to you after torrential downpours in Washington State, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about leaf cleanup. So let's get going. Okay, first things first. Yes, you probably should be raking your leaves off your lawn. Unfortunately, if you left them there just to enjoy and to not have to do all the work, you will be trapping moisture into your lawn. You could be causing bald spots next year, mold, all sorts of things can happen if you leave your leaves on the lawn. So get the leaves off the lawn, but next I'll tell you what you can do with them. Okay, so now I am up in my woodland garden, and like I said, don't get rid of all your leaves. Don't put them all in your yard waste, because they are a natural resource that, although they are not great to have on your grass, they are great for your flower beds. They are free mulch that you get from your trees. So I brought up a load of leaves from where we were just raking. And this bed has been all weeded. It's all cleaned up for the winter. And basically now I'm putting its little blanket of mulch on it. And all I'm going to do is put down my weeds. I'm not going to get it on top of the plants. It's not that big a deal unless it's a really tender, tiny little plant. But your shrubs and everything, these naturally fall down on it. It's fine. But perfectly, it would be nice to have any leaves on there. You can just kind of brush them off. And then you are going to put your leaves around it like a mulch. Now you can't shred your leaves if you want to get them smaller by just mowing over the top of them. And then you can pull them out of your mower bag and spread them around. But maple leaves that I have in my yard and alder leaves, they break down pretty quick. In the spring, you'll do a little rake anyways, and you'll get some extra out. But in the meantime, they're feeding your soil and they're insulating your plants for the winter. Okay, 2 more things you can do with your leaves when you're done cleaning them up from your lawn. You can put them in your compost. They're a great brown material, so get your dry leaves, put them in there, mix them in with your green material like your kitchen scraps. It really will help speed up the breakdown in your compost. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is this. Just find a spot in your yard, if you have a spot where it's just not really obtrusive and in the way, to build yourself a little leaf pile that becomes a home to the critters that you share your yard with. They like frogs, birds, and beneficial insects love having a little place to stay during the winter months. So share your leaves with them, and hopefully this leaf pickup won't be so bad, knowing some of the good things you can do by using this natural resource we get from nature. And if you have just a couple more minutes, I want to tell you about one great book recommendation inside. Hi, well, I'm back inside and ready to tell you about my book recommendation. And I do want to thank you for indulging me with my book talk at the end of my gardening videos. I just absolutely love books, and I am always so excited to share books that I'm loving and to hear recommendations from you guys. If you could please leave those in the comments, I would love that. So getting on after that, thank you. I want to recommend The Overstory. Let me get that out of the light glare. By Richard Powers. And this was a Pulitzer Prize winner in 2018, I believe. And that's when I read it. So it's been a while, so I don't have all the details still. But it's one of those books where the feeling it just sticks with me. I love those kind of books. But what I can tell you about it is it's about, excuse me, 9 strangers that slowly over the course of decades and over continents, their lives are weaved together through trees, or an important role trees play in their lives for all different reasons. And so you slowly see their lives all weaving together. But at the heart of the book, it is I would say it's eco-fiction, and it reminds us of the complex relationship that we have with nature, but also reminds us how important, or just how interconnected we are with nature, how all of us are. Beautiful book, highly recommend it. And I'm going to squeeze in 2 more. Daniel Mason, The North Woods. And I just read this year with my book club. It's a really great book, and it's done in a way that's a little different because you're kind of like these New England woods. You're seeing the story through the eyes of this New England forest. And it takes place over generations and probably spans lots of generations. And you basically are this forest in New England, and you see people build houses on the land, lives and drama come and go, and how the land just still is quietly in the background and how it persists. It's beautiful, and it's written in a way, or from a perspective, that I've never read before. So highly recommend that one. And then last, I promise, I am reading right now The Uncool, completely unlike the other books I was talking about. This is a memoir by Crowe, who wrote the movie Almost Famous, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love music. I love reading anything that Crowe writes. Because he started as a rock journalist, he writes to you like he's sitting with you and just talking to you. So it's just got a real relaxed vibe, and you feel like you're a fly on the wall while he's remembering all these first introductions with rock bands back in the 70s. I love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend it, even though it's been a day, but I am getting close to halfway through already. That's how readable it is. So those are 3 books that I recommend. And so when you're done raking your leaves off your lawn and feeling good about where you put your leaves, I hope you have time to pick up a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever you want, and that you can pick up a book or 2 to read in the next couple of weeks. And if you do, please tell me all about it. I would love to hear about it. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next week.